How the Genshin VAs have f***ed up yet again. We are currently live on YouTube, which feels great because I got banned on Twitch for saying the truth. Another day, another piece of bullshit I got to fucking deal with. It is what it is. However, we are here with 10,000 people right now, and it feels fantastic. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with all the bullshit the dumbass VAs are doing. And let's get into it.
Welcome back, everybody. So we've got a ton of crazy stuff going on today, a ton of updates in this VA situation, so much stuff that what is it this time? Get right into it. So beginning with this Reddit post, and by the way, thank you everyone who's tagged me to all the stuff going on. Appreciate that. The Reddit post reading, Venti VA, that being Erica, says, SAG, the union, has been sending threatening letters. The post reading, not surprised, at least some of the other VAs will be back in 5.7, that being 5.7 update for Genshin, for those that don't play, that's what that's referring to. And she'll cover everything she missed after the mess is over. We can see in the screenshot a user had asked Erica, does this mean some of the other VAs will be back in 5.7? By the way, I love your work. With Erica saying, I think so. SAG has been sending threatening letters, so it's been very difficult to navigate, but they were rude to me, and I'm sick of this stuff, so lol.
SAG is fucking threatening them? Man, oh man. Not particularly a good look, huh? Not particularly a good look.
The top response reading, I also found this other comment that also mentions SAG threats. I scrolled through the comments to make sure this was legit, and it is. So let's check it out. In this screenshot, Freminet says, you know what? We'll figure things out for you. You clearly don't give a dang about us or the game. We will be demanding a recast, and I pray to God you lose this role. You don't serve it. With Erica responding, saying, bruh, I'm trying to come back. SAG has been sending threatening letters to us. It's been very complicated. I'm coming back soon. If it had been my choice, I would have been voicing the whole time. Okay.
Well, now doesn't this change the entire perspective on the strike? And you know what's crazy? This same voice actor actually made a TikTok, not really mentioning anybody, but the lyrics to the song of the TikTok they were saying was, every single time you open your mouth, you sound dumb as fuck. Every single time you open your mouth, you make it harder for the rest of us. Obviously, being a very clear subtweet at Paimon. Another VA who says how great the strike is, yet she's not participating? Trying to have her cake and eat it too, but the reality is that Paimon's VA is so fucking dumb that she probably doesn't get it.
Okay, so some quick context on Erica talking about coming back. We've got this video from Nor Egrets that talks about the situation. Let's see.
This is a really disappointing news for version 5.6 because Venti will not have an English voice despite being one of the main casts of the patch. This patch is so highly anticipated that even the livestream announcement surpassed Mavui Kastrip marketing. But in a TikTok video by Venti's English VA where she did a Q&A, a fan asked her whether she will be voicing Venti in the next patch. Unfortunately, she responded that she wasn't able to figure things out yet. There's no doubt that many voice actors felt this way when she said that the politics as a voice actor in the current landscape are very annoying. The silver lining is that she might not be replaced because she said that she will be back soon.
Well, yeah, so in case you guys don't know this, I did a podcast with the voice actors of Honkai Star Rail at the launch of the game. And with that, we actually talked about the dangers of AI and also SAG-AFTRA. And we had a great time. They all had a good time. They said it was one of the funnest things they've ever done for content, and they wish to do it again. Well, fast forward a couple months, and one of my friends involved in the space, whether they're a voice actor or a content creator, I will never say. Better yet, I will say this just to cause a little bit of fun. Not only was I sent this screenshot by a content creator, I was also sent this screenshot by a voice actor. And that screenshot showed me 3 voice actors saying that if they interact with me, they will be blacklisted from the VA community. Yeah, how's that? How's that for a little bit of drama? Yeah, that's great, right? That's great. Oh, and I want to make this perfectly clear before anybody insinuates this. It is not Jing Yuan's VA. I saw a couple of y'all saying that. You guys have no idea that I'm tight with this person. You have no idea, and neither does any VA. But yeah, the politicking behind the scenes of the VA community is like a fucking cult. And I think it's pathetic. And by the way, the reason why they said that they weren't allowed to talk to me is because I was joking about voting for Trump. Yep, by the way, guys, I didn't even vote. I was just shit posting on Twitter. That's it. That's legit the whole reason. Because I made a joke on Twitter. Imagine that shit. These people are fucking pathetic. And by the way, for all these people who want to villainize people who voted for Trump, you realize he won the popular vote, right? He won every vote. So I guess that must mean that you just must hate the majority of Americans. Makes no fucking sense. Personally, I don't give a fuck who you voted for at all. I don't care. Straight up. To cut someone off over that, you're just pathetic.
Hopefully, this is true because fans really want her to voice Venti as she's one of the most iconic voice that Genshin has.
So it's pretty confusing right now. I think 5.6 drops on like May 7th, I think it is. So we'll see if Venti is voiced in 5.6 or not. It sounds like Erica is not voicing Venti in 5.6.
Yeah, it's crazy that we're going back to a zone where almost all voice actors are gone. So I hope you guys like playing in JP because that's the only language that's voiced.
Once again, we had like this message too where she said, "So alas, I wasn't able to figure things out for 5.6. The politics as an actor are very annoying, but I'll be back soon." But then we've got more information in this post that reads, Venti may be voiced in 5.7 with his original VA, that being Erica, saying numbers added on are the order that each comment was made. So we'll take a look at this with the numbers helping us get the order. The real question, are you still the voice of Venti? Because the new update is going to suck with you not in it. Erica
I have
saying,
a feeling they're going to replace all
VAs,
VAs, to be honest.
But I'll be back
I have that
soon.
feeling.
The politics of the acting world can be super annoying. Isaac then saying, I'm just worried because other characters in ZZZ got replaced and that also voice in Genshin. Zachary then saying, so you might be in 5.7, with Erica saying, hopefully yes, assuming nothing crazy happens. And there...
Bro, if Blue Sky can't even show you the order of operations for how the comment was left, you know the reason why all these dumb fucks are on Blue Sky, because they were to know if they were to post this shit on Twitter, they would get eaten alive.
Is also this post that reads, Venti's VA says she'll likely be back after 5.6, with these comments reading, thank you guys for loving Venti as much.
Oh, that's TikTok? Never fucking mind. Jesus Christ, TikTok is fucking dumb as shit for having the comments shown that way.
As I do. I'm so sorry this strike has sucked for everyone. We didn't...
Sorry, guys, I'm sick. Have some mercy on me.
Even vote on it. I should probably take my own advice and shut up now. But yeah, I'm really sorry for how dumb this all has been. Saying that she hopefully will be back in 5.7. I think we already read this one, assuming nothing crazy happens. And this one saying, I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. I promise I'll be back within the next few patches. And finally, this one saying, I don't think 5.6, but I'll be back very soon.
Dude, I just think they have no choice but to recast these actors, right? Because they lied to the entire community about it being about AI protection. They got outed as a bunch of liars, and they also treated their fellow castmates like shit. I will be real. I feel like everybody who participated in not a strike, but a agreed refusal to work has to be recast. And ZZZ is already doing that. And I'll be real, and I hate to say this, the new voices are great. Because if you don't, it's going to create a hostile work environment between employees and for the employers. This has been going on for nearly a year now, guys.
Hopefully we can cover 5.6 retroactively. Yeah, so this is all really unfortunate. You guys know I'm a fan of Venti, and I do think Erica does a great job voicing Venti, and 5.6 is certainly going to be an important patch for Venti, given the return to Mondstadt and all that. And this whole time I was thinking,
And you know what's crazy? As bad as it is in the voice acting space, it's still not as bad as the VTubing space, guys. I'm going to be real. The behind-the-scenes politicking and VTubing is fucking crazy. Brother, I remember there was like these 3 fucking VTubers crashing the fuck out because one VTuber had a similar design to the model that they're about to debut just because there was one similarity, and the paranoia and the immaturity, it's fucking insane. I mean, good God, bro. I mean, holy fuck. And these VTubers are like 30 years old, guys. I mean, Jesus Christ. It's rough out here, man. It's rough out here.
Hopefully it looks like Erica is not a part of the strike, but unfortunately it seems like she is. The good news is that she seems to be trying to break away from it, and of course, thankfully she has not been like these other VAs who have been constantly attacking the community. And on top of all that, she has also given us this interesting information about SAG sending these threatening letters. It would be nice if she posted letters so we could see like all the full context and what they're saying, but Of course, I'm not going to be surprised if she doesn't want to do that. She may be worried about potential legal liability and stuff like that. And furthermore, her simply giving this information is probably going to paint a target on her back from the SAG bootlickers. As a matter of fact, spoiler alert, later in this video, it looks like Karina's not happy with Erica, but we'll get to that in a little bit.
Well, here's the reality, man. Karina's not happy with anything. You want to know why? Because she's not happy with herself. Do you want to know why Karina's so upset? Because she has to wake up. She has to wake up as Karina Boatger, the biggest dumbass on the internet, every day. That's her existence. She rolled a nat 1 when she was born to become one of the most unlikable human beings on the planet. It's fucking insane, bro. Like, Jesus. That's your Paimon, by the way. I want you to know, guys, if you're a Genshin player, Paimon thinks that you're an idiot while being the main voice of Genshin. Imagine that shit.
Over on the Genshin Impact subreddit, this has only spurred further speculation, though. For example, Duality, which I'll show you. This response reading, wow, I'm kind of shocked she speaks up about it.
For the girlies, we don't claim her. She, not my Paimon. We do not claim her. I'll be sticking to JP, buddy boy.
Kudos to her. I can't imagine that SAG and its trolls are going to appreciate it if VAs are being threatened into not voicing the game. I'm hoping they can find a way to return. Not all these VAs are terrible people. Conversely, however, there's speculation like this comment that says, SAG-AFTRA is already shady, but certain VAs made them look even worse, which is one possible reason why they're threatening the VAs themselves, referring to the letters or emails or whatever. Like, hey, your strike is not official and made us look worse. Go get yourself back to work. Responses reading, as far as I know, SAG-AFTRA was in support of their members.
I can't believe you're asking the voice actors to do their job. This is so fucked up, guys.
Continuing the strike. And another
this is so fucked
SAG
up.
was openly tweeting about the strike as if it was an official thing. It's not unreasonable for most VAs to be confused about the whole thing and just following what everyone else was doing. So yeah, SAG-AFTRA retweeted Aneris Q, where Aneris was trying to get Hoyoverse to sign the agreement. SAG-AFTRA retweeted that tweet from Aneris, basically saying like, yeah, just sign the agreement, Hoyoverse. It's so easy, winking emoji. But as we've talked about many times before, Aneris actually ended up deleting her tweet. That said, this comment talking about VAs being tired of being put in this situation, I mean, some of them might be, but we know a lot of them have been defending this whole situation and still continue to refuse to work. So let's not forget that.
Yeah,
and then this other comment we read, specifically the part where they say it's not unreasonable for most VAs to be confused about the whole thing. That part's fine because, yeah, it's been really confusing and convoluted. But the second part where they say, and just following what everyone else was doing, I don't think that's a great excuse. These are grown adults who are able to make their own decisions. They
well, actually, Paimon's a minor because I don't understand how to differentiate the fact that these aren't anime characters. Jing Yuan is real to me, damn it.
Chose to be a part of SAG. They chose to go along with the actions of the strike.
Zhao is real to me, damn it. That's my internet boyfriend.
With that said, let's take a look at this repost from Karina, VA for Paimon, over on Blue Sky. The repost reading from Kyle McCarley. I haven't threatened anyone. SAG-AFTRA staff has jurisdiction to contact members about violations of Global Rule 1, which could result in censures, fines, suspension of membership, or a ban from the
Wait, why is bro responding to moon runes? What the fuck? Is this an alien race? Like, bro is sending this shit to the Martians in the fucking ozone layer. Bro is responding to Zorp. Like, what the fucking glorp is that? I've never seen that shit in my whole life. Like, that's like the unknown Pokemon speak.
Union. All members. First of all, let's stop there.
What is that?
It seems like that would actually be a good thing. Continuing, though. All members are informed of this.
Bro is speaking Pokemon. Like,
rule and the consequences for breaking it when they join. The context to this is someone bringing up what Erica said. So Karina retweeting Kyle McCarley
it do look cool, though.
It seem like Karina might not be happy with what Erica just posted here. Might not be happy with Erica going up against this strike. So the full context. We've got a blocked post, but right below that.
Yeah, bro's talking
Jackson
enchanting
says,
table.
I do find it funny how despite signing agreements against AI with other studios and companies, the SAG contract is the only one they haven't, and most likely won't sign that we're aware of. Makes you question what exactly is in the agreement that is so damaging that they won't sign it. With Kyle McCarley saying, this is a false claim. Hoyo has not signed any agreement that limits their use of recordings for the purpose of AI on any project. All their non-union agreements in fact have language that grants them rights to their recordings in perpetuity for any use whatsoever without limitation. And that's where this other person says,
oh my God, the enchanting table reappeared. That's crazy, bro. What is that? Bro's about to get +3 strength on his fucking silver pickaxe.
It's really disgusting that now you even threatening the voice actors. Showing where Erica said, I think so. SAG has been sending threatening letters, so it's been very difficult to navigate, but they were rude to me, and I'm sick of this. That's where Kyle made this post. We'll read it once again now with that context, where he says, I haven't threatened anyone. SAG-AFTRA staff has jurisdiction to contact members about violations of Global Rule 1, which could result in censures, fines, suspension of membership, or a ban from the union. All members are informed of this rule and the consequences for breaking it when they join. Such disciplinary action and every step in the process of taking it is fully confidential between the members and the disciplinary staff. No one knows what punishment, if any, is given unless that member chooses to talk about it.
Gulp?
Well, we also don't know what exactly the threatening letter was about. This is making an assumption that it's about Global Rule 1 when we don't even know if that's the case. By the way, check this out. Kyle McCarley has done a lot of VA work, including Mob from Mob Psycho 100. Whole controversy
wow, that's
about
actually crazy. What the fuck?
In September 2022, McCarley's contract to voice Shigeo Kageyama, the protagonist of Mob Psycho 100, was not renewed by Crunchyroll. McCarley, who is a member of SAG-AFTRA, had offered to work on a non-union contract for the 3rd season on the condition that Crunchyroll meet with SAG-AFTRA.
Yeah, I'll be real though. I don't think anybody on planet Earth watched Mob Psycho in English, to be completely honest. Yeah, nah, I just don't think anybody be doing that.
After representatives to discuss potential future contracts, Crunchyroll refused the offer, sparking criticism from anime fans and media outlets. Despite the controversy, Crunchyroll continued with their simulcast strategy of releasing Mob Psycho 103 dubbed episodes on the same day as the subtitled release, with little marketing or advanced notice beforehand. That information.
Yeah, but what did Paimon think about all this? That's who I want to hear from. What did Paimon think?
Making it all that much more fitting to see Kyle McCarley bootlicking for SAG over here on Blue Sky, with Karina retweeting a lot of those posts from Kyle. She's not the only one though. We can also see Kaiser Neko reposting that response from Kyle McCarley, who responds to the information about Erica. Right below that, we can see another interesting take from Kaiser Neko saying, oh my gosh, these people don't understand that SAG-AFTRA members knowingly and willingly sign contracts affirming they won't work on any projects that haven't signed agreements with the union, and they're still acting like know-it-alls. Well, actually, that's something that we've all talked about. That is indeed part of the problem, because Hoyoverse games are not SAG-AFTRA union games.
True.
And yet a lot of these SAG-AFTRA members have been working on Hoyoverse games and then simultaneously try to dictate who is and isn't allowed to work on those games while they don't even follow their own policies.
True.
This is also something that's hypocritical on SAG's end, because they have another policy on their own website that encourages members to work on non-union projects.
I think the problem is that the ambiguity is laced within every single notion or action that you could possibly take once you're in SAG-AFTRA, and that level of ambiguity is going to lead members to not want to participate because they can't know what they can or cannot do. And it's kind of just like sitting there like a dog being told, yes, good boy, bad girl, for any action that you do, unknowing of what the result will be. So fuck that.
While also having Global Rule 1, which forbids it. Their excuse being, well, if you guys work on those, we can try and flip them to become union. The whole thing is ridiculous. Oh, would you look at that? Karina also reposting that take that we just read from Kaiser Neko, and this one as well from Jobert. This is very interesting. This looks like more evidence to support that.
I want everybody to keep in mind, Karina must be very safe in SAG-AFTRA, because she went live and said every single member of the Genshin community was a fucking idiot and they don't know shit, and no punishment was put out. I call Frogan fat, I get banned for 2 weeks.
Karina's mad at Erica, excuse me. Because when we click that and take a look at the context, we can see a blocked post. But this response from Shugosha saying, aw, it's little Karina that still needs to pretend that SAG is such a kind group. You're a cancer that needs to be replaced as well. Showing a screenshot that I'm pretty sure we read earlier, the one with Freminet there, and
we saw this,
where Erica had said, bro, I'm trying to come back. SAG has been sending threatening letters to us. It's been very complicated. I'm coming back soon. If it had been my choice, I would have been voicing the whole time. Or Kaiser Neko.
And isn't that crazy, where the ability for one to do their own job they can't do it. Otherwise, they'll be guilt-tripped and blacklisted by every other VA. I think it's such a disgusting situation. And the worst thing is, I guarantee you she's going to get bullied by all of her other peers for saying that shit. And we'll probably never hear from her again.
Says, turns out that when...
But at least we can at least confirm that the voice actor of Venti is one of the good ones.
You defy the terms of your contract with your union, they contact you to tell you...
And now we also know that if Venti loses their job as Venti, it wasn't their choice.
You're in violation of your contract with the union. What do you expect? That unions shouldn't hold you accountable if you violate their rules? All union actors accept that. Jobert saying, that kind of I shouldn't have to support the union, it should just support me, is what conservatives to pass the right to work laws that gutted unions wanted. People who didn't value the unions and didn't understand the benefits of having one are the reason workers' rights have eroded. He then corrects himself and says, who passed? But I love how yesterday we were talking about Pomeranian of Doom accusing all of us of being alt-right for criticizing SAG-AFTRA, and now we got this.
Oh, by the way, just to translate to you guys, being alt-right, a Nazi, a transphobe, a homophobe, a racist, a rapist, an abuser, a manipulator, a gaslighter on the internet in 2025, what those mean on Twitter is, I disagree with this person. So hopefully that helps translate that next time you see someone being called that on the internet. It's just, yeah, this person said something that I disagree with, so they're actually Adolf Hitler.
Person who's basically saying that Erica is acting like a conservative. Like, these people are not capable of having any sort of discussion without bringing in their political brain rot.
Hope that
also
helps.
Funny, having some implying that SAG-AFTRA really just has the benefits of workers' rights in mind. That's like all they want. They want to benefit workers' rights, when we have seen that that's not the case at all. They simply want to benefit their own members, even if it means screwing over other workers. And plenty of times they've also screwed over their own members too. Anyways, it looks like Erica's recent action...
What the fuck are they doing to Marvel Rivals, bro? Just make another character butt-ass naked with the biggest ass on planet Earth. Why are they making him chibi? People play this game to jerk off, not to look cute.
...have already upset a number of the other VAs. And that's only from what we're seeing being posted publicly within the last number of hours.
What if SAG steals their voice to create AI firing VA? I mean, to be completely honest, that's pretty much the way that we're going. The reason why VAs are so replaceable is because, okay, so for an actual actor, not a voice actor, they have motion, they have facial expression, they have delivery, and they do voice acting, right? Which that's very hard to make programs to kind of replace them. But a voice actor, all they do is they get a piece of paper and then they read the words on that paper in a certain way. And that's so easy to plug into an algorithm and just get free labor forever. I'm going to just be real. That is pretty much the easiest thing to replace. Take a pitch of voice, take an emotion of a voice, plug it into a machine, bada bing, bada boom, you're good to go.
There could be more posts from other VAs who are upset with Erica on the way, and there's likely already more negative comments going on behind the scenes. Perhaps we will see other VAs also attempting to leave the strike now, and this might cause some sort of divide between the VAs. On one hand, with those now trying to distance themselves from SAG-AFTRA and the strike, and on the other hand, the SAG loyalists. Guess we'll have to see how it all continues to play out. As always, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, I feel like if you're just on the side of SAG, you're just a fucking idiot, and you're just trying to seem like you're a good person by backing these VAs who don't even know that you fucking exist. Like, straight up, anybody who says they're for SAG, I'm just going to consider that you're just uninformed. Because I'll be real, if you're agreeing with Paimon, you should probably know that you're a fucking idiot by this point.